in this video, guys, I wanted to give my straight, honest opinion about the Falcons quarterback, that is Desmond Ridder. Now, I could be doing the Falcons versus Buccaneers game review, but that has already passed. The game was yesterday, and I just wanted to give you my final thoughts on the final 4 games of the season and my honest opinions about Desmond Ridder, because, in all honesty, Desmond Ridder will never be my Falcons starting quarterback. There's no chance that he even has. He's done way too many mistakes, and he hasn't performed well enough to earn the Falcons starting job. At most, he could be a good backup, because you saw what happened when he came in for Taylor Heinicke after Taylor Heinicke got injured. He did perform well, and he did perform well yesterday against the Buccaneers. But he made 3 mistakes in the first half in the NFL, at least 2. I thought I could count 3, but I think he made at least 2. The interception and the safety. He is the reason for both of these. The interception turns around 360, throws it to Bijan Robinson. By the time he throws it to Bijan Robinson, the cornerback is right there, picks it off. Thankfully, was down by contact, or else it would have been a pick 6. That would have put us in a worse situation. Then the safety, bad snap, catches it, goes into the end zone, still is looking instead of throwing the ball away, and decides. And then the safety, Antoine Whitfield Jr., comes around the corner, knocks the ball out of his hand. It goes around the end zone, picks it up. But it's a safety, and the Buccaneers get 2 points. And by that time, it was 12-10. Yes, Younghoe Koo missed 2 field goals, but you got to also remember, the Buccaneers would have still won this game at least 33-31, even with those missed field goals, because they had a touchdown that was out of bounds. Imagine they got in that touchdown, they would have still beaten us by 2 points. But then you could probably put the situation in Younghoe Koo again. But considering that Younghoe Koo was 1 for 3, depending on how long the field goal was, it could have possibly been 1 for 4, and we could have still lost this game. But the remaining games for the Falcons are going to be against the Panthers, Colts, Bears, and the Saints. We're going to beat the Panthers. The Panthers are absolutely terrible. The Saints pretty much put a whooping on them this past week. Then we play the Colts. If we can stop Gardner Minshew and Michael Pittman Jr., then the Falcons have a good chance of winning that game, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think the Falcons are going to lose against the Colts. Then we're going to be playing against the quarterback that I want as the Falcons quarterback, that is Justin Fields. And in all honesty, if we win this game, I think that would confirm that Justin Fields could be, heading to Atlanta. No matter what, if we win or lose, the Bears will always have the number 1 pick, because the Carolina Panthers are going to go 1-16. So there's a good chance that they will be able to draft Caleb Williams. And if they're able to draft Caleb Williams, there's a good chance they trade Justin Fields, which means Justin Fields could be Atlanta Falcons, but the Bears are still going to win that game. And then that leaves the Saints. And we beat the Saints the first time. Like I said with the Buccaneers, we're not going to sweep the Buccaneers, and we're not going to sweep the Saints. So that means the Falcons will end up picking up the win against the Panthers, and then losing straight out, finishing with a record of 7-10. Arthur Smith being fired as the head coach, and Desmond Ridder being relegated to a backup as we take a quarterback next year in the 2024 NFL Draft. What would that mean in terms of the NFC standings? Well, based off of what I think is going to happen, I think the Saints are going to win 3 and lose 1 out of the last 4 games. They're going to beat the Giants, lose against the Rams, beat the Bucs, and then beat the Falcons, finishing at 9-8 and winning the division, heading against the Cowboys, who are going to be playing in the wild card game. Then we had the Buccaneers winning 2 and losing 2. Winning against the Packers, that's going to be a real toss-up. Losing against the Jags, losing against the Saints. And then the final game of the season, beating the Panthers, which means the Falcons will be 2 games back at the first place. But in all honesty, I did not think we were going to make the playoffs, and I still do not think so, because I do not believe Arthur Smith has the right playing calling that's going to help this team. I believe that we need to bring in a new head coach, and it just needs to be a new head coach, because Arthur Smith has ran out of time, on his opinion. I do not like Arthur Smith. I do not want him as a head coach. I never thought he should have been the head coach based off of how he's performing, even with Matt Ryan, when Matt Ryan had Kyle Pitts. But the one good thing I gotta say is that he did bring it. The GM has brought in some good signings. Jesse Bates looks to be an all-world pro player for the Atlanta Falcons after coming from the Cincinnati Bengals. But still, Arthur Smith, Desmond Ridder will not be Arthur Smith will not be Atlanta Falcons, and Desmond Ridder will be a backup. But in all honesty, my full honest opinion about Desmond Ridder, he's just not good. He's not good at all. Like, people can say that Desmond Ridder had a good 4th quarter and he had a good game throwing 300 yards. Does that really matter, though? Does it really matter, though? He can have a good fourth quarter, but what did he do in the first 3 quarters? It all matters about how you play over the 4 quarters. It just doesn't. You could play absolute shit, come back and play good in the fourth quarter and win the game, and people be like, oh yeah, we're good. The Falcons are good. No, we are not good. We are not. And Desmond Ridder is not a good quarterback. Taylor Heineke is not a good quarterback. I can't wait for the Falcons to select the quarterback in the NFL draft. We should have done it this past season. There were better quarterbacks, at least besides the first two for next year. We could have taken Anthony Richardson, and he would have fit in the system more than Desmond Ridder. He has a better arm. He has more mobility than Desmond Ridder. But yet, next year, it's going to be between Michael Penix Jr., Jaden Daniels, J.J. McCarthy, or Bo Nix. Those are the quarterbacks that we are going to have a shot at getting, and I'm just curious to see what the Falcons are going to do. It all depends on what the new coach wants, because the new coach that will be coming in is going to want his own quarterback. Desmond Ridder is not good enough. Desmond Ridder will be a backup to whoever the new quarterback is. Probably get some starts in the preseason, but in all honesty, Desmond Ridder is just not that good, and he will always be a backup quarterback.